everyone, I'm hoping you are well. We have finally got sunny weather in Copenhagen. Oh my god. I've also got rid of my nails. I'm heartbroken. They had to go. Now we got these ugly things. But they had to go because I had some sort of like infection on one of my nails, so I had to get rid of all of them to make sure that there weren't infections on all of them. But today I am going to show you my best and worst luxury buys. You've seen some of these things before in collections and hauls and things like that. Let's get into the video. So first I'm starting off with something that you've seen before, and it is a pair of shoes, and this is actually under my worst buys. This is my Christian Louboutin pair of Pigalle plateaus. They aren't actually that high, but this pair unfortunately is the most uncomfortable pair of shoes I have ever owned. I can wear them for about 5 hours, I'm gonna say, but it's agony. I do have different types of insteps put in, but they hurt so much. It's actually near my toes where they actually feel like they're gonna be on fire, and because they're a loose fit towards the back, they slip slightly as well. As soon as you sweat, your foot starts to slip on the inside of the shoe, which makes it a really uncomfortable and hard shoe to wear. It's also quite a chunky shoe. It's really hard to break it in, so I think once you've broken it in, it's a lot easier to wear. But actually breaking it in the first place and making it a softer shoe on the like sole and ball of the foot would make it easier, but it's just so hard to do because it's got that extra plateau to it. I mean, you can see I've worn it quite a lot, but this is my second pair of Pigalles. The other pair was the Pigalle 120, and I hated those. They were so uncomfortable, and I'm actually trying to sell them at the moment. So that is my first pair of worst buys. Now, going on to one of my best buys, this is a pair of heels which are everywhere on my Instagram. I wear them all the time. I love them, and it is my Jimmy Choo Linda heel. This is probably the best heel I've ever bought. This is one of my first pair of designer heels, but they are so good and easy to wear. I can wear these for about 10 hours, I'm not gonna lie. Genuinely, I can wear them for so long. They are such a good pair of heels. They sit on your foot nicely. They make you look a lot taller than what you are because it has got that plateau to it. They're really comfortable, and because they're Jimmy Choo, they have a really good service. If they're ever broken or anything happens to them or the suede starts to wear, you can send them straight back to Jimmy Choo and they will do a service for you, and it's not too expensive to send them back either. They do go for quite some time, so it's better to send them from Europe, but they are definitely one of my best purchases. Next, we have one of my worst purchases, and this is something that's very meaningful to me because I did get it on my 18th birthday. However, I never use it purely for the fact that it's really hard to store things in it because it's such a small bag. It looks bigger than what it actually is, but also it's got suede on it, and it is the Gucci dialysis with the pink blossom, and it is genuinely a gorgeous bag, but due to the suede on here and here, it is so much harder to wear. The inside, it's got its stuffing in, but the inside isn't as big as it looks, and you can only really fit things in that are quite thin, but I never get to wear it because I always know I'm probably gonna spill something on the suede, and it just doesn't work for me, unfortunately. I mean, there's only a few months you can wear it because it is a summer bag. I think probably if I was going to live in Dubai, it would be a lot easier to wear, but because I live in Denmark and it's raining and snowing and there's winter here, I've only worn it maybe 3 times, I'm gonna say. I am thinking about selling it. I love it so much and it is so meaningful, but I just don't wear it, and I'd much prefer one that I would wear. I have actually been looking at the black wallet on chain. I think that's stunning. However, when I went in the other day, the lady told me that this bag has actually gone up in price, which I was so surprised by. I thought they stopped selling it. I think it's a great collection piece. I just wouldn't say it's a great collection piece for me. I think I'd much prefer an all black. I think if you're someone that has a lot of bags, yeah, you can have it, but if you're trying to build your collection, I'd say it's best to go with like a classic. Next, we have one of my first ever designer bags, and this is one of my best buys. It is probably my favorite bag in my collection, or one of my favorites. I love this bag so much, and at the time I think it was the cheapest Louis Vuitton bag you could buy, and that's probably why I bought it, because it was my first ever designer purchase. And it is the Louis Vuitton Neverfull with the original monogram, and as you can see here, I did get it engraved with my initials. I love this bag, but it is huge. I used to use it all the time when I was in Dubai. You can fit so much in it. It is such a great bag for the beach, an everyday use bag. I think when I have a child, this is going to be my diaper bag. It's the perfect bag. I love it so much. It wears so nicely. I actually prefer it now to what it was when I first bought it, due to the leather being quite pale when you first buy it, whereas after a while the leather tends to go a bit more like a caramelly color, and it just looks so much nicer as it blends in a lot better with the actual design of the bag. Love it, best purchase, definitely recommend it. Next, we have one of my worst buys again, and this was such a shame because the first one I got of this worked really well, but the second one, I think I should have figured out the color a lot more, and it is actually one of the Louboutin scarves. I loved this color. There was something about the cherry red and the bright pink that I loved so much, but I'm gonna say I've probably worn it once, which is such a shame, because I think the colors are beautiful, but it's actually a really hard color to pair. And I feel like designer scarves aren't that popular anymore. I mean, obviously you have your Burberry scarves, which are always going to be iconic, but this one I've just never been able to wear. This was my first one actually, which was more of the golden one, and I loved this one. I used it so much, but I did feel towards the end there was starting to fray in certain places, and it just, like, you'd have a few loose strings, which I was quite disappointed with considering it was a designer scarf. But my pink Louis Vuitton scarf is going to be in my worst designer purchases. Next, back to my best purchases, is something that is actually quite provocative, and if you know me well, you will know that I love buying underwear and lingerie. I have such a big collection. Let me know if you want to see it. And one of my best purchases is my Agent Provocateur, or AP bra. I love this bra. It's got a beautiful cross to it, and when you're wearing just a lovely, like a v-neck top, and you have that cross in between, it looks so stunning. It just reveals a little bit but not too much, and I love the bra because it's from Agent Provocateur, which is quite an expensive brand, but I definitely say it's worth every penny. The quality of their pieces are really nice. I mean, the detailing on that bra, the lace on it is done so well. It's such high quality, and I really like it. I use it all the time. And my last worst purchase is actually this Sandro sweater. Now, to you it might look like a simple black Sandro sweater. However, when I bought this, on the bottom of the sweater you can actually put a layer of feathers, and it looked stunning. Imagine an all black outfit and then you have these gorgeous feathers on the rim of your stomach. Like, it genuinely looked so nice. However, I found with this sweater, as soon as I washed it once, it shrank. First. Secondly, it pilled after 2 uses. Pilling is when the fabric starts to have little balls on top of it and the fabric gathers, and I was just so upset because Sandro is a well-known brand. Obviously it isn't as high-end as, you know, your Louis Vuitton or your Gucci or your Yves Saint Laurent, but it is pretty up there. I'm gonna say it's like a medium range brand. But I was so disappointed because I just expected so much better, and this was one of the first pieces I ever bought. I mean, I could take the feathers off, which I ended up doing because they would just kind of scatter everywhere when I did wear it, but I just expected so much better because it was such a nice sweater, like classic black sweater, and then for just it to shrink and just, yeah, I just expected a lot better from it. My final best purchase is going to be my Gucci Soho Disco bag. I know this featured in a video recently, but I love this bag. I don't know what I was doing without it, quite frankly, beforehand. It fits so much in. I'm currently using it right now. It is full, but it fits so much in. It wears so well. I mean, the only thing that's happened is maybe the inside has got a little bit, like, this is folded in slightly because I don't tend to zip it up. But other than that, the back has got no scratches. I think it's done so well because it's that rougher leather, the caviar sort of leather. It takes a lot of strength to try and scratch it, which is really good. It's super durable. The inside has a really nice Hessian fabric, so in case anything spills, you've got the Hessian in between the leather and the Hessian, so that kind of stops it. And also I found the back of it doesn't leak. It's really good when you have a bag and the back doesn't change color. For example, if you're wearing jeans and it can either go onto the jeans, color of the fabric, or the jean can actually end up on the back of your bag and you can have a sort of blue tinge, but I found that really hasn't happened with this bag. So I've been really impressed by it. So yeah, that's my Gucci Soho Disco and it is on my best buys. So everyone, I hope you enjoyed that video. I'm going to head into town because I've got some stuff to pick up and I will see you all very soon. Bye bye.